Hello guys, good evening. It's evening here where I am. Good afternoon, good morning, whatever the time may be in your own place. I'm just out here. And I want to talk with you on that topic you just saw me pasted. It's pretty cold here, guys. It's pretty cold. So I just got a cup of coffee. Keep myself warm a bit. Self-service coffee. You can see that section is self-service. Okay, maybe let me show you first how I get the coffee. You can see the picture is pouring here. This is self-service coffee. Yeah, here you just choose any coffee that you want. Then after choosing, like I want coffee, I just click. You see, different varieties come out. Now maybe I want to drink this one. I just press. And then now you can see this is sugar. What quantity of sugar you want. This much. This is no sugar. This is little sugar. This is a bit more, and this is more. So if I click this, it will just add into the sugar, and then they'll give me an option to pay. But since I already have it, I don't want to press. So this is a self-service area. You can see the machines. You can just take your coffee by yourself, and then you drink. So guys, I want to ask you this question. Considering that you just had that opportunity and you were given the sum of 1 billion K. You were given the sum of 1 billion, K, and you were asked to use all that money in You were asked to finish using the money in 7 days. In 7 days, yes, 7 days, you must finish using all the money. 1 million. Sorry, 1 billion K, 1 billion. So what are you going to do with the money? How are you going to use it? Have an idea? Please share with me. How would you spend your money? If you have 1 billion K, yes, welcome to join my live stream. Please just type a message. Let me see who is on. Yes, the question is, if you are given 1 billion K, 1 billion, and you are asked to use all that money within 1 week, what are you going to buy? Or how are you going to spend this money? How are you going to spend your money? Yeah, I know many people have a lot of ideas in their minds and a lot are calculating now. Yes, you are already thinking of what you are going to buy, thinking of beautiful cars, thinking of mansions, thinking of planes. Oh my God. Yes, I know that something is running your mind now. Please share with me. Let me know what is on your mind. How would you spend your 1 billion? I know 1 billion for some people is just chicken change, right? It's just some chicken change. But to some people, it's quite a lot of money. It's quite a lot of money. Can you just go ahead and share? Let me know how you're gonna spend your money. It's like the light is flashing here. Can you? Yeah, actually, I tried to ask a couple of people their personal opinion, how they're going to spend this money, right? Let me just share with you what a couple of people told me they're going to do with their money. Yeah, I asked one colleague, how are you going to spend this money? And she said, I am going to buy a beautiful house, buy good food and eat every day. Good food and eat every day. I'm going to buy my parents anything they like. Yes, I'm going to buy my parents anything they like. And then I asked, are you sure the 1 billion will be finished? She said yes. She's going to make sure she buys the kind of things that her parents like. And she will use the rest of the money to buy makeups, buy clothes, buy shoes, handbags, gorgeous shoes, handbags. And then she will build a mansion for herself. I said, wow, great. Okay. I said, that was wonderful. So I went now to another friend and I asked, if you had that opportunity, if someone gives you the sum of 1 billion and the condition is that you must have to spend all the money all within 1 week, how are you going to use your money? Guess what he said? This time around, it was a man. And he told me, the first thing I'm going to do, buy a car. I said, wow. And then he said, the second thing I'm going to do, I'm going to buy a beautiful house. And then the third thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to get married because he is single. And then the next thing, he's going to buy a car for his wife too. I said, oh my God. And he's going to buy beautiful things like handbags, shoes, clothes, and the things that his wife would like. And then the rest of the money, they're going to spend it in a hotel. I said, oh my God, that's so romantic. Yeah, they're going to have fun in a hotel. Use it for their honeymoon. I asked the question. So just within 7 days, you will be able to look for the kind of wife that you love, the kind of woman that you love, and then you marry her? Or are you just gonna get any kind of girl because you have the money? Because within 7 days is not a long time, right? Are you sure you're gonna get the kind of woman that you love within 7 days? And then you're gonna get married to her, and then you're gonna plan to go on a honeymoon within 7 days? And this guy told me, my dear, with money, everything is possible. And I laughed. I said, wow, that's cool. Okay. Now, I asked another one. This time around, it was a student, one of my students. I asked the student, now you are a student and you need money badly, right? Do you need money? The student said, yes, of course, I need money. And then I said, okay, what if you were given the sum of 1 billion and you were asked to use all the money to buy all the things that you need just within 7 days? What are you going to do? This student told me, if I were given 1 billion and I was given the condition to spend all the money within 7 days, I am going to use the money first to buy my books. That's what the student told me. I'll use part of the money to buy my books. And then the second part of the money, I'll give it to the poor. I said, really? She said, yes. Yeah, it was a girl, a 15-year-old girl. And I asked, are you sure? Are you sure what you just said? She said, sure. And then I asked, okay, if you were to give this money to the poor, what kind of people would you give the money to? The poor. Would you give the money to those who don't have arms, those who don't have legs, or what kind of people are you going to give to them? And this student told me, I am going to give the money to the disabled people. Those were her words. And I said, oh my God, that's so amazing. Now I moved to another. I moved to another student. Sorry. I moved to another student and I asked the student, if you were given the sum of 1 billion and you are given the condition to use all the money in just 1 week, that is 7 days, my dear, what are you going to do with the money? Hello, sweetie, Lovelyn, Ja. Welcome to my live stream. Yes, I've always taken note of your comment. Thank you. Okay, and do you know what this student said? The student said, if I were given 1 billion K, and I am asked to use the money within 7 days, and I saw her, and I saw the student, he contemplated again and reflected, and then said to me, if I am given this sum, first of all, you see, I'm used to the kind of life I'm living now. I'm used to my lifestyle. So giving me 1 billion and giving me the condition to must use the money within 7 days, I think this money is really not going to add any value to my life. It's not going to add any value to my life, because I will just receive 1 billion K. I am just going to use 1 billion K within a short while, and the money will be finished, and I will remain the same as I was before. So to me, I think the money has no value in my life. So what I will do, I will donate the money for charity. That's what the student told me. I am going to donate the money for charity. I asked, do you really mean what you said? The student said yes. I said, wow, you've got such an amazing idea. Okay. So I went again to another student and I asked. In fact, I asked three students about this money issue. If you are given 1 billion K and you are asked to use all the money, you are asked to spend the money, just buy whatever you want to buy, do whatever you want to do with this money. But the money must be used within 7 days. How are you going to spend your money? Hi.过来了。孩子在上课。你每个晚上工作吗？你每个晚上工作，我在给朋友说话。你说 hello 呀，没事。说 hello。This is my friend。我说你是我的朋友。我在说话。我在给他对话的看。好。Okay, so then I asked, what are you going to spend? What are you going to do with this money? And the student said, if I am given this amount of money, I am going to use this money to give to the poor. That means almost all the students just had the same idea, you know? That means almost all the students just had the same idea. And I was just wondering, how did they come up with this idea, right? How did they have this idea? Is it because they are still young and naive? Because if you go about and you ask a lot of big people, they will start thinking about mansions, cars, clothes, shoes, fashionable everything, thinking about how they have to spend, maybe go dancing, going to clubs and whatever. Just listen to what those students told me. They are going to use part of the money in buying their books, maybe part of the money, give it to their parents, and part of the money, they're going to use it for charity. Is that not amazing? Charity means they are going to use this money to give to other people, right? But when you look at most of the people, like most of the adults, Now, when they talked about how to spend this money, most of them were thinking about personal interest, right? Most of them just thought of how they're going to get something like a car, they're going to get a fashionable building, or the latest cars in town. They're going to get the latest kind of buildings, but they never thought of some people who might be in need. Yes. After the student finished giving me this question or answering my question, and I asked them, do you think that with money you can get everything? The student told me, no, money cannot buy everything. Money cannot buy happiness. Okay. And I thank them for their opinions. I thank them for all what they shared. And I went ahead and I told them a story. A story about a man and money. Yes. There was that man, you know. There was one man who, that man was poor, right? This man really had no money. But this man was a very happy man. And the man was living in a village place. The man was very happy with the life he was living. He was very happy, right? And then, suddenly, his son came one day and gave him a huge amount of money. This man did not even have a bank account. You know, in the village, there's no bank account. He had no bank account. Now, this old man took the money, and now the next thing was, this old man began to think of where he is going to keep the money in order to let it stay safe. Because he was worried that people were going to break into his home and to steal this money. So this man was thinking, how am I going to keep this money? How am I going to keep this money? And then this man started having sleepless nights. Yes, sleepless nights. The man will jack his pillow, put the money under the pillow, and then each time he sleeps, he cannot sleep well. He was afraid that thieves were going to break into his house. And then the man would get up at night, pull out the money from under the pillow, and then he would look for another place, and then he would put the money there. The man kept the money there. Still, he was worried. He was worried that thieves were going to break into his home, and they will take his money away. Still, the man got up and he pulled out the money. He looked for another place. He put the money under the bed. Yet he was thinking that the money was not safe. Please welcome to my live show. Just write something, let me know who is on. Thank you for joining this live stream. Okay, the man still got up and he still pulled the money from where it was, changed the place, and kept the money in another place. Still, the man could not sleep. Oh my God, he was worried the whole night. That was just the first night. He was worried the whole night because he has never had such an amount of money. So it was a problem to him. He was worried. But you know, this man was happy when he was living even without money. He was very happy. At that time, he was sleeping. He had peace. There was nothing. He had no sleepless nights. He was sleeping. But this time around, he had to be rushing, keeping the money, changing places, right? You know what happened? This man finally removed the money from his house and then took it outside. He went and dug a hole. He dug a hole and kept the money inside and thought it was safe. Do you think he could sleep? No, he could not sleep. He couldn't. He came back and he was having those sleepless nights. Oh my God. Every time he get up and he was so worried. He was so worried. And every time he was just thinking, maybe the time he was digging the hole, somebody must have seen him digging that hole. The time he was putting the money in the hole, someone must have seen him putting the money in the hole. And what if he gets up the next morning and he does not find his money? What is he going to do? That kind of huge amount, what is he going to do? The next morning, the first thing in the morning, this man had to rush to check whether that place was the way he left it. He went and checked it. The place was fine. He went back home. And he was still so disturbed, so disturbed. You know, that day did not end. The man had to go back there to remove the money. He went and pulled the money, brought it back to his home. And then he looked for a neighbor who had a phone and asked his neighbor, please call my son. Call my son, call my son. Please, quickly call my son. And the neighbor was worried. And, you know, this man was shaking. The neighbor was so worried that what could be the problem? And he please, just call my son. I have something to tell him. He didn't tell the neighbor what was happening. You know, the son just dialed the number and they could get to his son. And he took the phone and told his son, my son, ever since you brought this thing to the house, I've not been sleeping. Please come and take it away. I was happy without money. I was happy the way I was. I didn't have anything. And when I was growing, I didn't have money. I didn't know money until the day you brought this huge amount. I've never seen this kind of, this amount of money. So it's been troubling me. Please come and take it away. You know? And until that money was taken away, this man was disturbed. And his son told him, Father, you can use the money. He said, but I don't know how I can use this money within this short time. And it's been troubling me. Please come and take it away. And that's how he freed himself from that money. So you see, money is good, but sometimes it's so terrible. Money can lead us into trouble, sleepless nights. Okay, another story about another man, only about money, okay? There was this man, right? This man was very poor. He was lonely. He had no family. He was a solitary man. Sorry. Yeah, this man was living a solitary life. And he was always keeping his money. Every money, he keeps it. He wasn't using that money. He kept keeping it, and the money was piling. And every time this man would jump into the room, and he would, sorry, He would jump in the room and he would play with the money, throwing the money and catching it, jumping on the bed. And he was so happy every time he got in touch with his money. You know, this man, the happiest moment was when he was with his money. That money was his family. The money was everything, his life, his everything. Okay. This man kept this money for years. He piled his money for years. You know, he was playing with the money, but the money could not talk to him. Oh my God. It's pretty cold. He was playing with the money, but the money could not talk to him, right? Okay. One day, this man watched through his window and he saw a little baby girl walking towards his home. A baby girl. That baby should be about 3 to 4 years old, just walking all alone in the snow because it was winter and places were very, very cold. And he was worried. Where is this child coming from in this kind of cold winter? You know, I'm just complaining of cold, right? Look at the kind of clothes I'm wearing. That's because the weather is so cold, so I'm keeping myself warm. Then what more of a little baby walking out there in the cold with nobody protecting the baby, and the baby was just walking in the snow. And this man dashed outside and he ran and he picked up the baby. At the time that this man rushed out to take the baby, he forgot to lock his door. And once he went out there and picked the baby and came back, his money has disappeared. All his money has disappeared. That means maybe someone has been monitoring him, watching him, taking note of what he was doing, right? Okay, they took his money, disappeared with his money, and then this man came with a baby, but his money was gone. And when he came in there, oh my God, he was shocked. His money has been his family over the years. His money has been his happiness. His money has been his love. His money has been his companion. His money has been everything. But that money took just a few seconds and it disappeared. Can you tell me how this man felt? He became so disappointed, worried. Yes. And what happened? He felt so terrible on one hand, but on the other hand, this man felt some kind of relief. Do you know why he was relieved? Because while the money was walking away, another happiness was walking in. And what was that happiness? The baby. The baby brought him life. Yes. He never saw the parents of this child. The child was just alone, and that's how he picked up the baby, and he lived with the baby. He started taking care of the baby, making the baby to grow, going out to play with the baby, doing everything. He played with the baby, and he found joy. He found happiness in playing with the baby. Wisdom, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, zip up your clothes. Okay. Okay, so he found joy. He found joy in playing with the child until he was bringing up the child like his own. Every time they eat together, play together, talk together, sang together, cried together, shared love together, and everything. Okay. So, you see what money can do. This is how this man gradually forgot his money. He gradually forgot about his money. And now, his love and attention was tilted towards the baby. Now, looking at the two things, which one is more important in life? People or money? Yes, money is very necessary in our lives, but money can never take the place of people. Money is very necessary in our lives. Let us not allow money to replace or to take the role of people, to take the place of people in our lives. Many a times, money issues have brought people into trouble. Many a times, a lot of people have got separated from their families because of money. Many have lost their family members because of money. They have parted from their families because of money. Guys, people are more important. Money is necessary, but people are important. Yes, I am going out of the light. Maybe I'll get down and places will be a bit dark. So, this is to tell us that money is part of us, but we should not allow money to take the place of people in our lives. Okay, so I will be ending here and thanking you for watching. Please share this video and do not forget to write your comment or to share your own opinion. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye-bye. I do not know who is connected now. Please, could you write something? Is this Lovelyn who is still connected? Okay, so, okay. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching.